So yes, we are in talks with many farmers, by the way. Bowler Hat Farmer is one. I did a podcast with him. So we are working with him, with other farmers. I've already done an event with some farmers. I've got another one booked in about 2 weeks' time. So we are trying to help. Now, one of the things with the Sovereign Project, and this is all of us, so it's not just me now, the Sovereign Project's huge. Now, we cannot interfere in commerce, okay? Can't do that. This is one of the reasons I will not speak in public on the streets, because that is a violation of the contract that the members of the public have with the government. That means I'm interfering in commerce. This is why so many people end up getting put in prison, because they don't know what they're doing. A bit like Tommy Robinson, for example, because he doesn't know what he's doing, unfortunately, and he's interfering in commerce. That is one of the golden rules. It's also the same with contract law. You cannot get involved in someone else's contract, and I cannot interfere. Now, what the farmers don't know is they are dealing with a corporation called the UK, the United Kingdom. It's a corporation the same as McDonald's. It's the same standing as McDonald's. It operates exactly the same. It's got a DUNS number. It's got a company number and all the rest of it. So the farmers don't realize this, but they're operating in a system of commerce, and they have indirectly agreed to pay tax. Now, here's the beauty of it, though. The government can't disclose how the farmers agreed, because if they did, if the government actually told you the truth, that would expose the fraud. It's a bit like DVLA. They will never tell you why you have to obey the state speed limits. They won't turn around and say, oh, we own your car, so you've got to do as you're told. They won't tell you that. Same with the government. So the government will not tell the farmers the truth, and they will not say that you've actually entered into a contract and agreed to pay it. You see, what the farmers have done, and they don't realize this, is they have not actually bought the land. What they've actually done is they've bought a title. Now, people have got to learn the difference between deeds and titles. You've got to learn a allodial title deed. So you've got to learn that things, titles, for example, or deeds cannot be issued or granted to you. So if something is issued or granted to you, it means it does not belong to you. You are just the holder in due course, which means that the document itself is under the control of someone else. And this is where the land registry comes into play. Hear that word again? Registry. Yeah. There it is. It's telling you. So what these farmers have actually done is they have actually bought a paper title, which is operating in a corporate structure and a database, which is run by the land registry. The thing with land registry has got nothing to do with land. That's the big joke of the thing. You bought an interest in a contract, and a very little interest. Now, what does that mean? Let me see on the, if I can just see the screen, and there's a piece of paper. I'm going to put a piece of paper up, right? Now I can go title. I'm going to call this title. So I've just written title on the top there, title. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a farm. Okay. This is a paper title. Yeah, a farm. So there we go. A farm. There we go. A farm. And I'm going to sell this title to a farmer and go, there you go. You can buy this. Now, the thing is I only sell them the corner of it. All right. Called an interest. So I'm only selling them that little corner of this contract title. It's called an interest. That's all the farmer has. The rest of the title is still owned by the government. It's a piece of paper, right? And on that, there's a whole load of conditions because it's a contract. Now, this title is actually called a fee simple title. That's what it's called. And you go, what does fee simple mean? It means the fees are simple. So on this title, I'm going to say inheritance tax. So I'll just put tax in there, right? So I'll just write tax on this. So the farmers have bought a title called farm, whatever. And on this, because the government, I'm going to put government at the top. Gov. There you go. Government at the top. There you go. They own this. And one of the conditions is tax. And all the farmer has is the little corner piece there. He has an interest in it. So he's in contract with the government. That is where the inheritance tax comes from. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that is the basic layman's terms of what's going on. Because remember what I said before, tax cannot be forced upon you. It can only be enforced. And because you've accepted the title, because you bought the title and then you accepted the conditions, you are now obligated to pay it. Now, this is the beauty of it. The government's never going to tell you this, because the farmer will go, what? I didn't know I was doing this. I thought I was buying some land. I've been scammed. And it is. Now, remember what I said at the very beginning. This paperwork is not fraud unless you call it out. Because if you buy this paperwork, if you buy this title, and then you accept it, okay, no, I'm done. That's perfectly legal. See the word legal? It's not lawful. It's legal. Perfectly legal, because you accepted it. But if you call out the paperwork and say, I think there's something wrong with this paperwork, I wasn't given informed consent. I didn't realize I was just buying a worthless title within a corporate database that now obligates me to pay tax. Didn't know I was doing that. So what these farmers need to do is learn contract law and commerce. You've got to learn what we know. This is the sovereign fraternity. This is thousands of us worldwide know this stuff, and we are willing to share this knowledge for free.
Thanks for watching this video, and you can find the full-length podcast episode here on this channel, or you can head over to Apple Podcast or Spotify, and don't forget to like this video.